Hey everyone, welcome to the first of what I'm hoping to be a series of videos here on my YouTube channel. I know you're probably looking at the title and thinking, Bad Drivers of Hilliard, Ohio. Is this going to be another one of those dash cam videos for car accidents, that kind of thing? It's not going to be anything like that, at least not exactly like that. Basically, past few summers, I've been going out on Saturday mornings for long power walks, typically 2 to 3 hours each Saturday. And, um, I typically use the streets around here that have sidewalks, just getting out, getting exercise, trying to lose some weight, that kind of thing, just getting out and away from everything. And I typically stick to the streets that have the sidewalks and everything. Occasionally I've gone to the parks, but I just stick to the sidewalks because I don't have to drive anywhere then. And I'm up on the sidewalk, I'm safe and sound, except for the occasions where I have to cross the street. That is where I've been running into issues where folks in this town do not know how to yield to pedestrians and crosswalks. Um, you know, Walking down the sidewalks, you see a lot of folks doing things on their car or while driving that they shouldn't be doing while driving. Main one being, talking or texting on the phone. The incidents I've run into, there's been occasional ones where people have been on the phone. Other times, a lot of times, it's usually people are in a hurry, especially like in the roundabouts where they don't have to stop or have a red light or anything, so they think they don't have to stop for pedestrians at the crosswalk. Other times, people are just clueless. One time, for example, I was waiting to cross the street. There's a lady behind me on the left waiting to make a right turn. Light turns green, I get the green crosswalk, I start across, she starts coming around the corner, and I look, she's not even looking at me, she's leaned over into the passenger seat looking down at her little lapdog that's sitting there next to her. Fortunately, she saw me in time, stopping about 3 feet from hitting my legs. But, on my walks, I've occasionally had incidences like that, but the incident that happened this last April is one that really kind of pushed me over the edge to start making videos like this, as well as something I got, which I'll explain here after I describe the incident. This last April is Saturday after Easter, which would have been the 10th. I was out walking, and I was heading east on Cemetery Road at Brown Park Drive, and Brown Park Drive is the street that goes by the post office here in Hilliard. So there's a lot of postal vehicles that you see on that road. And I'm coming up to the light, and light's green on Cemetery, so I've got the right of way, and crosswalk's lit up green, so got the right of way, no problem. So I'm coming up in the corner, and there's 2 cars and a post office truck waiting at the light. And the first car is in the crosswalk ahead of me, and they're all 3 waiting to make a right turn on red. So I come up to the corner, the first car goes, second car pulls into the crosswalk to make a right on red. And when it went, I was right there at the edge of the corner. Post office truck's still about half a car length back from the crosswalk, and he's completely stopped. And I was like, okay, I'm way in front of him, and I'm wearing a bright green shirt, he's got to see me. So I start across the crosswalk. I still had the green light and everything, and I get out in front of his vehicle, and I hear the engine rev, and I turn and look, and he's coming right at me. And the only thing is, he's not looking straight forward, he's looking to the left, looking at oncoming traffic, because he's wanting to make a right on red, and he's completely oblivious that there's a pedestrian in the crosswalk directly in front of him. I jump back on instinct, Thankfully, my reflexes are still good. And the side mirror of his truck just missed my chest by about a foot. He gets halfway into his turn. Only then does he look over to the right, he sees me on the curb, and he grins, gives a little wave, and speeds off into traffic. And it's like, you just almost ran a pedestrian over, and all you can do is wave and grin. And I filed a complaint with the post office, and I don't think I was taken seriously because unfortunately, I didn't get the truck number. I really wish I would have. I gave him the time and exact location because he's coming from the post office, or the direction of the post office, so he must have just left, but gave them the description of the driver, and they gave me an email back. It was basically a form letter apologizing for poor customer service. So obviously, they didn't take this whole thing seriously, even though one of their employees almost killed a pedestrian. So after the incident happened, I took it upon myself to go online and bought a little body camera. It wasn't too expensive or anything, but it records 83 minutes of video. So I basically, I'm approaching an intersection, I can turn it on, start recording video, and have it recording in case anything happens. So on the walk that I did this past Saturday, I initially had the camera clipped onto the shoulder strap of the tank top I was wearing, which is a lot looser tank top than this. I tested this out here at home. Everything was stable, nice clear picture and everything, but with a looser laptop, there's a lot of camera movement and everything, and bouncing around and everything, and video didn't come out quite as good as I was hoping for it to. I will include a clip of that, as well as the 3 incidents that occurred on yesterday's walk, and because I'll have included with those incidents. I've got a map of where the incidents occurred, as well as still images I was able to pull off of the video of the incidents. On the way home, I was wearing a bandana to keep my hair back out of my eyes and from blowing all over the place in the wind. On the way home, what I did try at one point was to clip the camera to one of the folds of the bandana up here on my forehead, which provided a much stabler picture. Only problem was the camera was aiming up instead of down. I mean, if I put my head down a little bit, yeah, it would hold a better picture, but I prefer holding my head up when I'm walking. So I'm gonna have to experiment with that. Maybe fold the bandana in a narrower band, so that way the camera's more forward than up when recording. The other thing I tried was to clip it onto the front of my tank top, right in the middle of the front. Only thing was, it leaned forward and was recording more of the ground instead of ground and sidewalk instead of looking up at what I was walking towards. So I'll include clips of this, of all 3 ways I've tried positioning those. On this incident, I was coming north along Britton Parkway and went across the eastbound lanes of Davidson Road and got to the center island, and then as I was about to go across the westbound lane of Davidson Road, 2 cars coming off the roundabout didn't even slow down or anything in the roundabout. They just came flying through, and even though I'm right there at the edge of the curb getting ready to step onto the pavement, they floored it and went on past, just missing me.
HJJ9734, BYK 5982.
From this incident, I had reached the north end of my walk, and I was coming up the west side of Britton Parkway and going clockwise around the roundabout at Britton Parkway and Riggins Road and Riggins Court. Across the southbound lanes of Britton Parkway, got onto the little tiny island there in the middle, at which point vehicles are supposed to stop and yield to pedestrians, but a lady in a minivan or something like a minivan came basically off the roundabout and went flying through the crosswalk, just missing me.
HYA 7714.
So this is the third location where I had an incident and with vehicles. In this case, it was 6 vehicles at Britton Parkway and Hayden Run Road. I had come up the little path that goes underneath Britton Parkway. There's a bridge over Hayden Run Creek, I think it is, and there's a little trail that goes down both sides of Britton Parkway and then crosses under Britton Parkway. And I'd gone across Britton Parkway with no trouble. I was coming around to the east side of the roundabout, across the westbound lane of Hayden Run, and got to the eastbound lane, and half a dozen vehicles came flying through on the roundabout, and basically it's like one right after another. No one was, even though I'm right there at the edge of the curb trying to cross the crosswalk, no one was stopping.
GPA 4113, HRR 2778, 29297. Okay, half dozen people on body camera just ran through the crosswalk in front of me.
So as I said, I'm going to be experimenting with the camera. I think, as you saw, clipping it onto my bandana provided, I think, the best picture. Also provided a view of pointing in the direction that I'm looking rather than just looking straight forward. So, I think it's the body camera for when I'm out my walks is a good thing, because, this is ridiculous. I've on the incident last month with the post office truck. If I had the body camera and if I had the video of the post office truck, something could, they would have probably taken me a little bit more seriously than just saying poor customer service. And not only that, I'm tired of these people who think, they're in a 2-ton car, so they've got the right of way over a pedestrian in the crosswalk. No, it's not like that. We have to share the road. And, it's a state law here in Ohio. If pedestrians in the crosswalk, you're supposed to yield to them. So it's like, police unfortunately can't be everywhere at once. So, the whole point for this video series I'm hoping will take off here is, expose these drivers. Point out, show their faces, show their vehicles, point out that these people are basically ignorant of the law and other people's safety. And I hope this channel will, or this video series will, expose them for that. So, anyways, let me know what you think about this video and the idea I have for this series. If you have any suggestions on mounting the camera to make it a little more clearer picture and everything too, feel free to mention that too. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.